गुड मॉर्निंग फ्रेंड्स। इस वीडियो को स्टार्ट करने से पहले मैं कुछ कहना चाहूँगा। अभी 2-3 दिन पहले नीट की एग्ज़ाम हुई है और कंटिन्यूसली जेई मेंस के भी एग्ज़ाम्स ख़त्म हो चुकी है। 4 फेज़ में जो एग्ज़ाम होनी थी, तो मुझे कुछ स्टूडेंट्स के जो फीडबैक मिले और अच्छे स्टूडेंट्स के, मतलब दे वर वेरी गुड इन 10th स्टैंडर्ड, इवन इन द 12th स्टैंडर्ड देयर प्रिपरेशन वाज आल्सो वेरी गुड, देयर मॉक टेस्ट मार्क्स वेर आल्सो वेरी गुड। बट ऑब्जर्वेशन ये मिला है मुझे, मतलब उनसे जो फीडबैक मिला है कि वो 3 घंटे में पैनिक सिचुएशन इतना क्रिएट हो रहा है कि वो उसको डील नहीं कर पा रहे हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल कुछ नीट के स्टूडेंट हैं, उन्होंने बायो से शुरू किया, बायो जो कि सबसे इजी माना जाता है, तो वो बायो में ही कुछ क्वेश्चन में इस तरह से फंस गए कि फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री उनका रूल आउट ही हो गया। अब यही चीज मेंस के बच्चों का भी हो रहा है, थर्ड अटेम्प्ट, फोर्थ अटेम्प्ट, फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड अटेम्प्ट, और कंपटीशन बहुत ज़्यादा होने वाली है, ये सभी को मालूम है। बिकॉज कट ऑफ जो आया है वो काफ़ी लो आया है, जो क्वालिफाइंग फॉर एडवांस है, तो कंपटीशन बहुत ज़्यादा होने वाली है। क्योंकि कुछ बच्चे जो मेंस नहीं एडवांस ही सोचते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ ABCD रीज़न, तो वो लोग अब बहुत बेटर वे से हमको ग्रैब कर सकते हैं बिकॉज उनका एडवांस का प्रिपरेशन काफ़ी समय से हो रहा होगा। और ऐसा जरूर नहीं कि वो मतलब उस स्ट्रेटेजी में फाइनली सफल ही हो पाएगा, जरूर नहीं है। बिकॉज अगर मेंस ही नहीं किया ढंग से तो एडवांस कैसे होगा? बिकॉज ऑफ समथिंग दे गॉट क्वालिफाइड फॉर एडवांस, इट डजंट मीन कि वो एडवांस क्रैक ही कर पाएंगे। ये भी एक ऑप्शन रहता है, जरूर नहीं कि कंपटीशन बहुत ज़्यादा हो। बिकॉज में से ऐसे मैंने बहुत ऑब्जर्व किए हैं कि काफ़ी बच्चे मेंस के बाद एडवांस में क्वालिफाई हो गए, बट वो लोग एडवांस अपीयर ही नहीं करें। ये भी चीज़ होती है बिकॉज उनको मालूम है कि उनका लेवल एडवांस का नहीं है, तुक्का मार के वन ऑप्शन चॉइस करके वो लोग मेंस तो बना लिए लेकिन एडवांस नहीं हो पाया। तो मेरा जो यहाँ पे ऑब्जर्वेशन है, नीट के बच्चे बोलो या इसके बच्चे बोलो, ये पैनिक काफ़ी हो रहे हैं। तो उसके लिए प्रिपरेशन, उसका जो मेन रीज़न है वो मेन रीज़न यही है कि हमारी प्रिपरेशन में कहीं ना कहीं कोई कमी है। हमको प्रिपरेशन जो है वो शुरुआत से इस तरह से रखनी है कि हम पूरी तरह से उस चीज़ में कॉन्फिडेंट हो। जो भी चीज़ कर रहे हो, मैं तो कभी नहीं बोला हूँ मैंने कि हमको 100% सिलेबस करना है। अगर हम 60%, 70%, 80% सिलेबस भी फिनिश कर रहे हैं तो हमको इतना कॉन्फिडेंस होना चाहिए कि नहीं, मुझे इसका हर चीज़ आती है। ठीक है, काफ़ी स्ट्रेटेजी वीडियोस पहले बन चुके हैं, आगे भी बनेंगे। मोस्ट प्रोबेबली एक मोटिवेशनल जो बहुत बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट वीडियो बनने वाला है इस संडे को, वो सभी ने देखना। तो हो सकता है काफ़ी कुछ उसमें वो देखने के बाद चेंजेस आए। सो ये मुझे काफ़ी बुरा लगा बिकॉज व्हेन सम स्टूडेंट हैव कॉल्ड मी एंड दे टॉक अबाउट देयर मेंस स्कोर एंड दे टॉक अबाउट देयर नीट स्कोर, सो दे हैव कॉल्ड मी टू आस्क मी दैट शुड वी गो फॉर अ रिपीट और समथिंग लाइक दैट. So NEET student mostly they used to repeat. So howsoever student has called me, nearly all are repeating. Nearly all are repeating. But even though I can tell you that it was not at all a tough paper. NEET paper was not at all a tough paper. I am saying in so many videos earlier that NCERT is must for chemistry, and believe me, 80% of the NEET question came from NCERT. Just a week back I have given JEE advanced strategy. In that also I mentioned NCERT is must for chemistry and physics, and 60% of physics and the 80%, more than 80%, in fact I have gone through few of the clips of the topper student who is expecting 670 plus mark in NEET. They are told that 90% of the questions came from the NCERT. So word by word what I have told in the earlier strategy video, whatever the analysis I have done in last after looking at the last so many years paper, I come to the conclusion and I just talk about that in my strategy video. So I wish that the student who is having their advance on the 3rd of October and the upcoming year like 22 and 23 onward, whatever it is, so they can also follow the video. They will understand the concept, because whatsoever is the outcome of the video is not something I pulled out from here and there. It is all about my years of experience and having thorough analysis of the question paper and the result accordingly. The students who knows me, they know that I never put out the result on a vague, something like that. It's always properly strategized and properly analyzed, all my videos. Fine, hope this is fine. It was a quite shocking for me to hear when quite a few very good student has asked me that should we go for a repeat or something like that. Fine, repeat is always an option because I always prefer that in spite of compromising with something, it's better to repeat. If you are compromising with, say, suppose IIT Chennai or AIMS, something like that, AIMS Delhi, AIMS Nagpur, something like that, and in spite of that, you are compromising and saying, okay, fine, I will adjust with ABCD college. So I think it's better to repeat than to compromise. So I hope that they are repeating for their benefit. It's fine altogether, but I want those guys, those students, not to repeat the mistakes which they have done in last 2 years. Please, you don't have much time now. Fine. Okay, so in the last video I have finished all the mains questions related to theory of equation, the relevant topic. In this video I started the advanced questions. I have started the advanced question and I tried to cover the last 15 years advanced question for theory of equation. In advance, it is single choice question, multiple choice question, then you have integer based question, then you have matrix based question, and sometimes match the pair also. So here in this particular video I will cover single choice question because that is in same line as that of your JEE mains paper, single choice question. So we will try to finish all those questions of last 15 years. I told you in one of my strategy video that JEE mains has started from 2014. Before that it was AIEEE and then JEE mains as an advance. So this question of JEE 2007, this first means there are two paper of advance, first and second. So first means the first paper, it came in first paper. So anything before 2014 is always JEE mains written, fine, and anything after 14 will be JEE advance. So that is something you should know. First thing. Second thing, in this video it's all single choice, and one more important aspect here is make a note that these questions 15 years back, like 2007 and all that, they are quite easier. So I have just taken this question just for you guys to have confidence that okay, this question can come in JEE advanced, so we can easily work on this. So that is one of the reasons. And in fact, I have taken all the questions which is having single choice options, and believe me, this 67th question number is a 10th standard question. Believe me, it's a 10th standard question. When I will solve, you will also know that it's a 10th standard question. And it's a simple 11th standard student not just pursuing the board can also crack this question. So it is not at all advanced level question. Okay, so let's start with this. They are told that alpha beta be the roots of the equation and alpha by 2 and 2 beta with the roots of this equation. Fine. They have asked value of r. They have asked the value of r. So let us try this question quickly. I think it's not so tough question. So alpha beta are the zeros, so sum of the zeros alpha plus beta is p. Product of the zeros alpha beta is r. And here I have the product of the zero alpha beta because alpha beta 2 beta. So product of the zero and here again it is r. So don't waste your time in writing again. I can go with the sum of the zeros. So sum of the zeros will be alpha by 2 plus 2 beta. That is q. Fine. That's it. I can pull out this information. Fourth information is same as that of the second information, so I will not repeat it. Fine. What I can do looking at this and this, what I can do, I will just cross it and I will just try to correlate the two. So alpha plus 4 beta is equal to 2q, and I am writing alpha plus beta below that is equal to p. So subtraction will give me some result. Alpha minus alpha get cancelled. 4 beta minus beta is 3 beta and 2q minus p. That is something I am getting 2q minus p. So I got the value of beta to be 2q minus p upon 3. And why I am doing that? Because question asks is find the value of r and r is here. So if I put the value of alpha and beta here, I will get the value of r because options are in p and q. So it's very simple question. See, whenever you are going with a question, always remember that what flow you need to follow. What flow you need to follow, that is very, very important. So if you are comfortable with the flow, that why I am doing this step, then it will be very easy that we can crack the question within a minute. Fine, even though it will be a lengthier question, but you can crack it within a minute because you know the proper flow. Fine. So I got beta value, I will put it over here to get the value of alpha. So what will be alpha? Alpha is equal to p minus beta. P minus beta is 2q minus p upon 3. Fine. So it is 3p and plus p. So 4p minus 2p. This is all 8th standard step we used to talk. We used to teach to our student. Fine. Make a note that it is 3p minus minus plus. So that's why 3p plus p 4p. Fine. I got alpha. I got beta. I will put this to value in this relation alpha into beta. So what is that? Alpha 4p minus 2q upon 3. In fact, everywhere 2 is taken common in the numerator. So can I take 2 common from here? So if I take 2 common from here, so it will be 2p minus q. So I have taken 2 common and by 3. Fine. And then here I have 2q minus 3. So 2q minus 3. 2q minus p. Fine. And upon 3. So this 3 and this 3. So 2 by 9. So everywhere 2 by 9 is there. So that 2 by 9 issue is sorted out. 2p minus q, 2q minus p. 2p minus q, 2q minus p. Option D. So it's a 2007 and believe me, anyone who knows the sum of the zeros and the product of the zeros for a quadratic which has been taught in 10th standard, so it's not a beyond 10th standard question. Very simple question asked in J Advanced 2007. Fine. Next question, 68th question number. Again, it's an easy question. Maybe a little lengthier, but again, it's an easy question. So let us try this. Let p and q be the real number such that okay, p not equal to 0, p not equal to q, p cube not equal to minus q. If alpha and beta are non-zero complex numbers satisfying alpha plus beta minus p and alpha cube plus beta q is equal to q. Okay. Then a quadratic equation having alpha beta and beta, alpha by beta and beta by alpha as its source. 2010 first shift. First method, not first shift. Fine. It's not beyond 10th standard. Again, this question is not beyond 10th standard. It's a 10th standard question, but little lengthier. Fine. Let me start. I want a quadratic equation whose roots are this. I know that a quadratic equation whose sum of the roots is known to me and the product of the root is known to me. 10th standard step. Fine. So let me just try this. So x square minus sum of the zeros is alpha by beta plus beta by alpha. Believe me, it's an advanced question. My goodness. Plus product of the zeros is 1, alpha by beta, beta by alpha, reciprocal of which is the product of reciprocal is 1, so plus 1 is equal to 0. Fine. Let me sort it out. Cross this, increase your ability to skip the steps. That is very important. I used to get a very convincing comment on this that sir, we have learned lots of things from you, especially skipping the steps. That is must. So here look at alpha beta in the denominator, cross it, so it will be alpha beta x square, and that will be plus alpha beta over here is equal to 0, and here cross will be alpha square plus beta square upon alpha beta will get cancelled because whole denominator is alpha beta, 0 into alpha beta is 0. So alpha beta is cancelled, but alpha square plus beta square I will put on directly alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta as your one step, because this is alpha square plus beta square only. But since for a quadratic equation I know alpha plus beta and alpha beta only, so that's why I just converted it that one. Then it becomes now very cakewalk kind of question. Fine. P and Q are real numbers such that this if alpha and beta are non-zero complex numbers satisfying alpha plus beta is equal to minus p. They are already given alpha plus beta is minus p, but they are not given alpha beta. So alpha plus beta minus p is known to me, alpha cube plus beta cube is equal to q is known to me, but product alpha beta is not known to me, so this will be used to get alpha beta product, and thus you need to put on that. So how do you get that? So alpha cube plus beta cube is 8 standard or 9 standard identity minus 3 alpha beta times alpha plus beta, isn't it? It's a 9th standard identity. Polynomial chapter, CBSE second chapter, polynomial, 9th standard. Fine. So basis C, whether it's advanced or anything, I told just few minutes back that NCERT, chemistry and physics. So base is always important. If you are very good in 8, 9, 10, if you are done your 8, 9, 10 foundation very strongly, if you are with a good teacher in 9th and 10th standard, then definitely that will be very helpful for you guys to crack such kind of exam. Very important. Fine. So alpha plus beta is minus p, so minus p cube is minus p cube minus 3 alpha beta. I don't know. Alpha plus beta is minus p, so I am writing minus in this minus plus p. Fine. And alpha cube plus beta cube value is q. It's q. Fine. So from this I can get the value of alpha beta. What will be that? Q plus p cube upon 3p, that is what it alpha beta. That's it. So I want alpha plus beta, I want alpha beta, and I want that only to put it here. Fine, very simple. So now I have a space. Yes, I have a space. So yeah, I have to put down over here. So PQ plus Q. So I'll just use this space. Fine. So ultimately, this relation is important for me where I have to put all the value. Fine. So alpha beta x square. So PQ plus Q, and again make a note. See here alpha plus beta is minus p. Here this upon 3p. So make a note that you are taking it properly. So PQ plus Q upon 3p times x square. This one minus alpha plus beta whole square, so that is minus p square is p square minus 2 alpha beta is this, so it is pq plus q upon 3p. Fine, that is something I am getting times x. Again I am repeating p square minus this will be like this, p square minus 2 by 3 PQ plus Q upon P times X, and what else? Plus alpha beta. So plus PQ plus Q upon 3P. That's it. Is equal to, it's a quadratic 0. Fine. So what I can do? 3P cross multiply and cancel. Why? So PQ plus Q times X square minus here it is 3P. So 3PQ minus, let me open the bracket also, that will save my steps. In fact, keep it like that because there is an x outside, so let us keep as it is. So 3p cube minus 2p cube, this one, and minus plus minus 2 cube. Fine. Upon 3p will get cancelled, times x plus p cube plus q is equal to 0. You can cross check once. PQ plus Q times x square minus 3p cube minus 2p cube plus minus minus 2q. Yeah, fine. So here I can solve it as a p cube. So p cube plus q times x square minus p cube minus 2q times x plus p cube plus q is equal to 0. Am I somewhere? PQ plus Q times x square minus PQ minus 2Q times x plus PQ plus Q. Option B. Option B is my answer. So now can anyone tell me, or you can comment, is it beyond 10th question? It is not at all beyond 10th question. So many confusion they have given. See, we got stuck. Oh my goodness, where they have mentioned complex number. What does it mean? Trap. So JEE Advanced is more of trapping the student. They trap by their word and then writing all this nonsensical thing. I have not yet looked at it because that is not at all relevant for getting the answer. So I hope this is fine. It's a 10th standard based question. So let us go with some more questions of single option type. Thank you. Okay, so next question is question number 69. So this question has came in 2011 first paper. We already done question like this, alpha and beta with the roots of this quadratic equation, alpha greater than beta and an is equal to alpha power n minus beta power n for n greater than equal to 1. Then the value of this. Fine, we already done question like this. If you remember, I mentioned something called Newton identity. So it's not that Newton is a big mathematician and he has given some rule and all that. It's not like that. So it's very simple rule. I am giving the proof of that rule also in this particular question solving, because at that time I have directly mentioned the Newton identity. Here we will just go with the proof also. Fine. So first of all, I will just quote the answer and then after that I will go with the proof. So question asks is 8n minus 2a8 upon 2a9. Fine. It is given x square minus 6x minus 2 is equal to 0. If you remember, at that time I told that there is a Newton identity which says that It's a quadratic, so you can say the coefficient of x square is 1, so write down 1 an. Fine. Minus here coefficient is 6, minus 6, then write down an minus 1. 1 less always. And then minus 2 is the coefficient, and then an minus 2 is equal to 0. That is something Newton has told. It is possible only when if this condition is given. In place of minus, if it is plus, then also it is possible. I am giving you the brief of this. If it is plus, it is possible. If it is minus in between, it is possible. See, if it is minus, both are minuses here. So it is possible. If it is p times alpha power n plus or minus q times beta power n, then also this rule is possible. Again, if you remember, I took 3-4 questions of this. One question was from JEE Advanced only. So that question has already been taken. Quite a few JEE Advanced question has already been taken earlier. Now it's going to be completely JEE Advanced series. Fine. So that is again the repetition. That question is there, and that was a myth that JEE Advanced never repeated. So you can observe that video. Same kind of question has been repeated. Here I am giving you extra clue. The clue is plus is possible, minus is possible, p times alpha power n plus minus q times beta power n possible. This application. Pick up your quadratic and one more point, possible for cubic also. Possible for cubic also. So cubic will be what? They will give you something called alpha power n plus beta power n plus gamma power n, because alpha, beta, gamma are the zeros. So in that case also you can follow this rule. So that is something, a point which I mentioned you. So it will be very helpful for you if you use the cubic polynomial or a quadratic polynomial with plus or minus sign, then also it will be very helpful for you. Fine. Okay. So now just stop with this. An minus 6, an minus 1 minus 2, an minus 2. Now question asks the biggest one is 10. Here the biggest one is n. So replace n with 10. Replace n with 10. So 18. Then it is minus 2a8, so 2 less is here, a minus 2, so minus 2a8 and shift to the other side, so 6a9. Fine, that is your answer, because divided by 2a9, so let me divide by 2a9, here also 2a9, so you got 6 by 2, 3 is the answer. Option C. Fine. So if you know this Newton identity, it will hardly take you a minute, or I can say less than a minute to crack this question. A 4 marker. A 4 marker. Fine. And I told that in the earlier video, the similar kind of question has came 2 set. It's a paragraph based question they have asked. So 4 plus 4, 8. Oh sorry, 3 plus 3, 6. 6 marker. So this is something of beauty you can use here. Now the proof of this. Newton identity, because I never consider Newton to be the greatest scientist. All Indians are better scientists. I will come across with one of the video regarding that. People used to say that the Newton there is a story behind Newton. He was sitting on a garden and then he saw an apple is falling and then he talked about the gravitational rule. I don't understand that all the people before Newton's thesis were mad or what. They never thought about that something falls down. So it has been a hype that Newton has proposed this. It has been proposed by so many Indian philosophers, or we can say that the scientists, but they never go for copyright thing. Fine. So if you just, I am working on one video. I am just trying to get the gathering the information, and you will come to that what is the real India, what is the real Bharat. All this what we are looking at, Pythagoras and all those, these are all bullshit. All has been done by India. Anyway, that's a different story. Proof. So let me try. I will take the plus proof. Plus. So an we are just work on here like an times x square. Fine. I am just taking ax square plus bx plus c is equal to the normal general quadratic equation. Plus an minus 1 times it was x, yeah, and then plus an minus 2 is equal to 0, something like that. It's a quadratic way of converting into that. Now replace an with alpha power n plus beta power n. Simple. So alpha power n plus beta power n times x square plus alpha power n minus 1 plus beta power n minus 1 times x plus alpha power n minus 2 plus beta power n minus 2. This is the first time I am taking the proof of this. Fine. Now from this and this, if I took alpha power n minus 2 common from the alphas, alpha power n minus 2 if I took common, so here I will get alpha square, fine, plus alpha n plus 1, fine, and similarly plus beta power n minus 2 if I took common, so it will be beta square plus beta plus 1. Fine. Now your quadratic was what? X square plus what? Ax square plus bx plus c. Fine. And we are replacing a with all this thing. Fine. So now if alpha is the 0, so can I say that alpha square plus alpha plus 1 is equal to 0? Means I am just talking about coefficient part. Fine. So this is 0, so I can replace this bracket with 0, this bracket again same for beta, so 0 into anything plus 0 into anything. Ultimately you are getting 0 and that is something we are written. Fine. So this is the proof of this so-called Newton identity. I don't consider it to be the great identity which Newton has proposed or something like that. Fine. So it's just an identity, a small identity, and which is very, very helpful for us to crack such kind of question. Fine. Question number 70. A value of b for which the equation, this equation and this equation have one root in common, that is suppose alpha. I am giving you the trick for this. If you remember, it has been taught to you that one root is common, then it is alpha square upon some determinant is equal to minus alpha upon some determinant is equal to 1 upon some determinant, and solving all that. I am giving you just one simple proof for simple short trick for this, and I hope so that you can get your answer. Question asked is value of b, one root is common. So what is the first step? I am writing x square plus bx minus 1 is equal to 0. First quadratic, second quadratic. For this and this both this question, you can check out the videos. You will come across that it will take more than 5 minutes in the videos, and in this particular question also you will see that it will take more than 3 minutes. But I am cracking it within few seconds. Fine. Just to teach you it may take a little longer time, but if you try this, it will be just few seconds. Now, consider this to be first, consider this to be second, and consider this to be third. Fine. And the step which you need to do is second square is equal to first into third. That is the step you need to follow. So what is second? What is second square? So second square or second means what? Hide this second column completely. That's why I have written one below the other. Hide this second column completely and do the cross the way you used to do for solving determinant. So I am hiding this and then just do the cross for coefficient. So 1 beta is b. Let me use a different pen. Okay, let me start with the green pen. Wow. So 1 beta b, minus 1 ones are minus 1. So minus, and then when we do this cross it will be plus, minus minus. So b plus 1 square is equal to. So first, so hide this now. And this cross, so b square plus 1, b square plus 1 multiplied by hide 3 now, and this cross, so 1 minus b, 1, so 1 multiplication and b 1s are b, so 1 minus b. That's it. You got the value of b. It's a 8 standard question now. Fine. So let me just do it quickly. B square plus 2b plus 1 is equal to b square plus 1 minus b cube and minus b, isn't it? Yeah, fine. So b square and 1 get cancelled. This is minus b shifted here, so 2b plus minus b shifted, so 3b is equal to minus b cube, or I will shift b cube also here. So it is b cube plus 3b is equal to 0. So one answer will be b is equal to 0, which is not here. Yeah. Minus, no, which is not here. B is equal to 0 is not here. Second will be b square is equal to minus 3 that side. So it is minus plus or minus root 3i. Fine, b is equal to plus or minus root 3i. Because I am just teaching you once again, b square is equal to minus 3. So that will be 3i square complex, because minus 7 we need to take the under root of that. So b will be what? Plus minus root 3i. Fine. So do we have, yeah, we have this option, minus root 3i. So this question could be the question of multiple choice also. This is a single choice question they are given, but it could be the multiple choice because we are getting 0, root 3i and minus root 3i, 3 answers. So it could be the question of multiple choice maybe in 2021, but here right now it is a single choice answer will be option B. Fine. So I hope this is fine. So I have given a trick for this where you can just follow this. It may become a less than a minute question. So you know that advanced have a little more time per question, but here you are getting the answer within a minute. Hope this is fine. A very important trick you can use. Both the roots are common, that's a different story. Yeah, question number 71. The QE, yeah, it's a good question. 2014, see, start. This is JEE Advanced now. It was till now IIT JEE second screening paper or AIEEE. Now it's advanced 2014 onward. Fine. So the quadratic equation P of x is equal to 0 with real coefficient has purely good question. Very good question. Purely imaginary roots. So concept is important. That's why I told you that 8, 9, 10 foundation is most important. Purely imaginary roots. So we know that imaginary root are something like a plus ib kind of. So it's the real and it's the imaginary. They are saying purely imaginary. So there won't be any a. It will be just ib kind of. That will be purely imaginary. So obviously it's a quadratic, so it should have a 2 zeros and both are imaginary. So that will be something like plus minus ib kind of. Where it will happen? Just last question. It will happen when my quadratic will be this. Fine, isn't it? You can say a square or something like that, doesn't matter, but I am just telling you the steps. So purely imaginary quadratic will be having this pattern. Why? Because check out, x square is equal to minus a. I can write down a I square and then x will be plus minus root a I. Both are imaginary. So that will be my, what is that? P of x. So P of x is equal to 0, so P of x will be this. Fine, hope this is fine. Purely imaginary. Then the equation P of x has, and they are given 4 options. So P of x is equal to 0 equation. So it will give me P of x is this. So P of x will be what? It will be replace x with P of x in this relation. So it is P of x square plus a is equal to 0. Isn't it P of x? Fine. And what is P of x? Which is x square plus a. So x square plus a square plus a is equal to 0. Fine. Solving this, do I need? Yeah, students stuck over here. They just believe in their flow and they just start solving this. That is very wrong approach. You will waste your time. Power, 4 and cube and all that stuff not required. Question options are what? Only purely imaginary roots, all real roots, 2 real and 2 purely imaginary roots, neither real nor purely imaginary roots. So they are not asked the value of x at all. So look at the options. Fine. So what I can do here? X square plus a whole square is equal to minus a, and that minus a is a I square. Minus 1 is I square. Now when I take the square root and all that, fine. So when I will take the square root, so x square and plus a, and it will be plus minus root a I. Fine. And then when a is shifted to that side, so it will be minus a. So it will be minus a plus or minus. In fact, I don't want to waste doing all this step. You can just judge from here itself. So here it's not purely imaginary because you are getting a real part as well as imaginary part. Fine. So only purely imaginary, ruled out all real roots, ruled out 2 real and 2 purely imaginary. No, not at all. Neither real, so obviously neither real nor purely imaginary. Yes, there is a real part also. So nor purely imaginary. So option 4. Answer for this question is option 4. Oh, this is fine. So in the next video we will try to take other questions of JEE Advanced. Maybe multiple choice we will start. We will take multiple choice. Again I will tell one thing, that directly it's not necessary that you will get the questions on theory of equation in JEE Advanced. But this is one of the topic where you can get questions of another topic, but the application of this topic, like in the complex number, like in the trigonometry, logarithm. So that is important. That's why I am picking up now advanced question related to this only, because you can use this application there. I hope that these two questions you learn something new. This is a very quicker question. We made it. We just completed within 30 seconds. And this question is again a very quicker, where I have given you the trick to find one root is common condition. Fine. Hope this is fine. Thank you very much.